What's up, guys? Modern Mods here, and I'm gonna be doing a quick video just for my Chrysler 200 guys that are subscribed to the channel, or anybody that's even new to the channel. This video is gonna be about the radio here. So when I originally got this car, I had the, I want to call it, I think it's like 5-inch or something, just that basic, real small radio with the backup camera and everything. And I always loved the nice touchscreen and everything like that. So I thought, you know, man, I wish I just got the Chrysler with it. But there's a fun fact for anybody who does have the 2015 plus Chrysler 200. Mine's a limited edition, but it doesn't matter as long as you got this year, you know, style, generation. You can actually upgrade the radio to the touchscreen radio. They have a lot of them on eBay. I picked mine up on eBay with the bezel and all for about 400 bucks. And the one thing you got to look out for, though, is make sure when you're picking that radio up, you buy the one with the, what is it called? Theft code, with the theft code with it. Make sure, you know, it looks reputable. It's a nice looking one. It's working and everything. Also, make sure that if you do upgrade this radio, you actually pick up, let me show you here. Pick up the Chrysler one. Make sure it's for a Chrysler, because I know that some of them actually, you know, they're the Dodges and the Jeeps. So the Challengers and the Darts and the Grand Cherokees and the Cherokees all use the same style. And they sometimes will say Jeep or they'll say Dodge. And you want to make sure you get that Chrysler so it just looks right. But really, you just pop this plastic bezel off here. And when you pop that off, there's 4 screws holding it in. And I'm not going to take it apart, but I'm just going to tell you, it's so easy. Pop that off, take those screws out, and you pull it out, and it's one of those bigger clips that you kind of pry back, and it just comes right out. And you just connect the new radio to that. It's the same pin, same connector, you know, nothing else. And that's the install portion of it. And you just screw it back in and make sure you get the new bezel that will fit this and click it back in place. And when it actually turns on, it's going to give you a notification. It's going to say theft code. And you want to make sure that you get the theft code from the back of it. A lot of people will write it on the back. Mine has it on the back. And just input that and you're good to go. Now, if your car doesn't come with a backup camera, that's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to let you know this just from experience. When I originally bought the radio, the car it came from, I went to the settings. Oh, gotta go be in the on position here. I went to the settings and I was going to change all the settings to my stuff. And I noticed that it didn't have anything about the backup camera. So I was like, huh. You know, I think that's over here in driving assistance. Yeah, it's all over here. And I like the lines that move when you turn. So I went and I actually turned on my reverse, or my car, and I put it in reverse, and nothing engaged. And I thought, oh crap. I knew it couldn't, you know, too good to be true, right? Wrong. Actually, what had happened was that the car that this came from, which I'm actually surprised, didn't have a backup camera for it. So the radio itself wasn't flash for it. All I had to do was go to my local Chrysler dealer, and unfortunately, it wasn't expensive. I had to charge them, what is that fee? It's like they charge you that fee to check at your, a diagnostic fee. And it was $100. And I knew it was that. I knew my radio needed to be flashed, but they're like, well, you know, we got to check. And I mean, they charged me the $100, and it was probably about 30 minutes or so. And I went back, and it was all good. They went ahead and they got it all set up now. And when I turn my backup camera on, it works, and you know, it all works good, and everything is doing like it should. But I mean, this radio is pretty cool. You know, if you are upgrading, it's got a lot of stuff. I love SiriusXM, so it has SiriusXM on there already, obviously. The touchscreen display, the replay mode, and all that. It's got a lot of nice features and functionality. Of course, the nav works just like it should. You can actually change. It's pretty cool. You got like all the settings, 3D, speed limit. You can change the vehicle icon and stuff. I'm gonna be honest though, if you're in this era, if it's 2020 and you're doing this, not a problem, but you are gonna have to pay, unless it's been upgraded previously, to upgrade that GPS in it. And I can't remember exactly how, but I'm pretty sure Garmin or something like that. You call them or you go on the website, type in your VIN, and then it's gonna like ask you a couple questions. You go to your settings on where to find the GPS number. You put that in, and you gotta pay like for the yearly map update. I didn't do it personally because I don't really use the GPS, although it's really nice. I did use it, and like it actually, when you're talking and whatnot, and when you're you know, driving through and around, it actually only comes out like the speaker up here and down here. So like it doesn't really mess with the music for anybody else. It sounds really nice. It's good quality, good response. It actually picks up right here and shows you like warning, turn left, and shows you a little icon. It's really nice, but I just can't really bring myself to spend the $150 to do it, because I know everywhere I'm going really around my city, and if I go far, I just throw my phone on Bluetooth and same difference. But other than that, you know, I got the nav functionality. I do like that a lot, just for the look of it and say I got it. But everything else works just like it should, man. The climate, it all works. I don't have the heated seats. I do have the limited. So if you do have heated seats and everything like that, don't be afraid, because if you go to the dealership and it's missing a function that you need for your car, they will flash it. And these radios are super smart. They can literally upgrade and flash in any option that your car has and is missing on the radio. So don't be worried about that. Don't be veered away if you think that, you know, you're not gonna be able to do it because your car doesn't have this, your car doesn't have that. But, you know, absolute must for any Chrysler owner. And I'm sorry if I talked a lot, guys. I just want to give you all the info and what I went through to do it, but I absolutely am so happy I did it. It's got a lot of different things you can do. It's got themes that you can change. It's got 4 different themes. And this, like I said, this is the Chrysler one, so it's actually the factory blue that matches, you know, your inside and everything like that. And I like it on the one I have, and I don't really want to mess with it. So, but yeah, there's a ton of stuff you can do, and I just wanted to let you guys know that it's doable. It's you know, an easy thing to do. Anybody can do it. You don't got to be a radio guy, and I highly recommend it. I mean, I got my subs. I run subs, so I ran a audio input adapter kit, so I actually have subs connected to my Chrysler right now, and I'm still using the stock radio, and I just got 2 12s back there, and they do a phenomenal job, and I don't have to get rid of my climate control or anything like that. And it was a little bit more on the pricey side, but you know, I feel like nowadays these OEM radios are almost better than the cheaper aftermarket ones. If you're going to be spending $500-600 on an aftermarket radio, yes, you're going to get good quality, no doubt about it. But I didn't really want to lose and deal with all the aftermarket pieces. I'm sure there is ways you can connect the climate to an aftermarket radio, and I like the stock. This is a 8-inch screen. I think it's 8.2 inch, and I mean it's big. It looks nice. It really pieces up the car. But that's all for today, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Again, it's not a tutorial, but just hope this can help anybody that is looking to upgrade that radio in their Chrysler. And this actually goes out to the Darts, to the Challengers, to the Jeeps, anybody with a Mopar, you know, this generation, this style radio, you can do it. I mean, it's super easy. And shout out to, you know, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, whoever, Mopar, for doing that, because that's really cool of them to make it easier for us guys to be able to switch out our radios and upgrade. But check out on eBay, guys. You know, drop a like, comment on any questions, anything that I may have missed, and let me know if you guys want me to do a little video on everything you can do on the radio. I have no problem doing that. But until then, guys, peace.